Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. I am, as always, your host, Shattered Shell. This intro feels strange. I haven't recorded in 2 days, and now I feel all out of sorts. How you doing? It's 2 a.m. Not too bad. I am recording earlier. I did not stream, and I'm gonna go to bed after I do this recording. I was like, I'm probably not gonna go to bed right after this recording, but I was like, if I wait until 3 a.m. and then do like the sit here and wait until I'm ready to start recording thing, it's gonna not start until like 3:10, 3:15, and then I'm gonna be really tired at the end because I can feel it. So here we are, a reasonable 2 a.m. I'm not doing too bad. Thanks for asking. I was busy last 2 days at a family event over the last 2 days that I've been doing. Big like uh, picnic gathering. Saw a bunch of friends. All of that. It was fun. Ate a lot of food, but also a lot of work. So that's why I recorded yesterday's Monster Train ahead of time and all of that. But we're all back to normal now. Hope you've been well the last 2 days. What was it? Yesterday's question was it was soccer, and I was surprised. I actually expected a lot more people to come out in favor of soccer, but soccer not as hotly enjoyed as I expected. Oh yeah, I should also say that yesterday's video was 3 hours late because I set it to the wrong time when I set everything to upload. Because I set the 5:30 video to upload for, what was it? I set the tier list video to upload, and then just set that video to upload yesterday's regular video at the same time. And but a day later, and that was wrong. But hopefully it won't happen again. Been kind of slipping up lately, but that's my bad. I'll get better. Hey, I'm not gonna play Shattered Shell today. For today's Monster Train video game question of the day, I don't know what we're not calling it that. I wanted to ask if you wear glasses, and if so, the real question: do you wear contacts? I remember recently I mentioned I had glasses and someone came into the stream and went, "Wait, you wear glasses? That's crazy." I don't remember if it was on stream or I mentioned it here and then they asked on stream, but I do wear glasses. I never wear contacts and I hate them. I wore contacts once when I was like 13 and the place that I was really dry, and I just had to stop what I was doing every 5 minutes to go get water. It was awful. I don't remember what I was doing. I just remember having to go get water repeatedly because my eyes were drying out and I was like dehydrating. And ever since then, it's like they're uncomfortable. I don't like poking at my eyes, and I'm bad at getting them out. It's not worth it. I don't think. And this is a bad question if you don't wear glasses, nor do you wear contacts. But you can just kind of freestyle if you don't wear glasses. You could just say no. That's fine too. But yeah, let me know. I need to go in for an eye exam too. Like I got the thing up. I have to call them tomorrow too. It's gonna be gross, but I'm gonna do it. I'm overdue, and I can feel my eyes getting worse. Like I'm starting to have trouble reading things. And it's like, okay, time to get in there. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's get to it. Bear with me. I gotta shake out a little rust. It's been 2 whole days since I last played Monster Train. Sap Talos, Soul Sucker Talos, Dazed Talos. I don't know which of the mechanics I care more about. It's really like Dazed Talos, but Soul Sucker Talos, I guess, because she has two mechanics that are equally impactful. Not very. Spell Shield fell, Diligent Seraph, Ice Tornado, Shelter, Drain. In the tier list video, I rated Tethys B tier, and towards the end of the video, I knocked Tethys back down to C tier because I can't put Soul Guard lower than Tethys, but I'd take Guild Marker here. It's time for Tethys to prove herself as not the D tier guard. Oh no. Oh no. I think that I never picked Chillwind. I just don't like it. I'd rather have the spell weakness, especially with Ice Tornado and an Echo Break. So we will take spell weakness sweep. Definitely no Divine Horde. Remember, like instinctually with this game, I'm going to make a lot of mistakes. We can take this unit draft. This unit draft is okay. If I play purely instinctually, I'm going to make a lot of mistakes because I'm going to play over aggressive. We're Tethys. We're not strong. Misclicked. The armor trial will be fine because I can ping them down with echo breaks and things of that nature. I'm gonna try. So it's awkward because I want to play mid floor and then use the spell weakness top. But if I do that, I lose a train steward. I think I will try mid floor. And we can't play bottom floor because we get steamrolled. So, but if we mid floor play, I fear Tethys dies. You see, this is a bit of a problem. I think that it's okay. Because if we draw two, there's a few draws that fix this. If we draw two Frozen Lances, we're chilling. If we draw Ice Tornado, we're chilling. Really, if we draw anything other than 3 Train Stewards, Deadweight, and... Yeah, 3 Train Stewards, Deadweight, Shelter is the only draw that I think makes this bad. But that would never happen. Yeah, see? So we want to kill exactly one of these guys. More ideally, but we're going to kill one... Yeah, we kill one and we skip Shelter. But then I'm also missing Collector here. But if we kill one, we save 3 health on Tethys and she'll get an extra hit on the boss, which is what we want. But I'm giving up the Collector. I think that I could play this for 2. And then at 10, I could play Shelter for 2. Okay, we can play Echo Break up here, and then we can play Shelter for 2. And then Tethys will not take a hit. I will not draw Shelter again, which is why I don't care about playing Shelter there. We need to ping off one of these clergymen. I don't care about the damage I'm going to take from the clergy. Tethys ends up at 5, so all my finagling was for nothing. But I have a Train Steward in here. I don't have a Train Steward, but I do have a Drain. In terms of energy efficiency, I need to play Ice Tornado on this turn. Next turn I play Train Steward Drain. We hope it doesn't discard Ice Tornado. And then the turn after that I play the other Ice Tornado. Yeah. Wait, I don't play Train Steward Drain next turn. But ideally I draw a Train Steward, I guess. Like basically... I have to play Ice Tornado here, because if I play Train Steward and those 3 guys are alive, it's the exact same as if I didn't play Train Steward at all, because he's just going to get killed. Maybe I could play Train Steward, Frozen Lance there. Maybe that's wrong. I'm not sure. And we just play Drain and we hope for the best. If it discards Ice Tornado, it's pretty rough. It did not, though. So we get 1 bout of... spell weakness. If I had pulled a Train Steward, it would have been better. But, oh, we get 2. Okay, and that's fine. That ends up working out. I think that you can min-max that a little bit better, but at the end of the day, we do kill the boss at... kill the boss, we take 7 for the trial. It's fine. I take Crystallis here for sure. Having more kill spells is good. Hostingkin, it's infused, and it's a great card. Could take Bounding Echoes, but Hostingkin is really, really strong. I think that the 2 strongest commons in Wurmkin are... the 2 strongest commons in Wurmkin are Echo Transfer and Echo Infusion. I think Hostingkin fights for 3rd spot with Proclamation. I think Proclamation's a little better, but I think Hostingkin is really, really good. Oh. I remember all these runs that I've been trying to get the game to show me Keeper of Echoes, and now I get it on this run where I don't want it. I do not want Keeper of Echoes here. Why don't I want Keeper of Echoes here? I mean, simply, what am I going to do with him? I'm going to use him to scale Spell Weakness Tethys? That sounds terrible. That's a losing line. There's 2 winning lines here, and then picking Keeper of Echoes is picking the losing line. But man, I've wanted to see this unit for so long. Man, I've wanted to see this unit for so long. And what if I just... like, I'm starting to talk myself into it, because what if I play 2 of them with Tethys, right? How bad is that? I don't know. I should pick Ylgorgon. It's so good. Ylgorgon is so good. One of the biggest things about Ylgorgon, probably something that I don't talk about much, but really makes it strong, is that it doesn't take any of the big upgrades. You can't put Endless Quick or Multi-Strike on it, which means that you just give it stats. You give it Large Stun if you see it, or you just give it other stats, and that is really cool because it's easy to hit on 2 shops or even just one shop and set your Eel Gorgon for the rest of the run. And then Offering Monument's also good. Like, this is actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pick Eel Gorgon. Thinking I might just like roll a dice, but I want to see, like, as I went to pick up roll a dice, I was like, ooh, I hope it gives me Eel Gorgon, so I'm just gonna click Eel Gorgon. The game has finally shown me Keeper of Echoes, but I think that it is not a run for it. If they want to show me another Keeper of Echoes now, I'm not opposed. Quick Incan Armor 2 plus 25, probably grab plus 25 here. Bug Cider, what are you doing here? Get out of here, get out of here. This is the run where you could pick Glug Cider, because you can make Glug Shark, which is a very strong unit. You can fuse Glug Cider onto Hot Shark, but I'm gonna grab Keeper of Echoes. So our floor is Keeper, Eel Gorgon, Tethys. We're going to take energy from first boss because we have a lot of expensive things in this deck, and then we'll take draw after that. Tethys dies, so maybe I end up wanting to take space. I'm not sure on that front. Incan Armor 2 on the Keeper of Echoes sounds fine. I think that plus 25 on the Eel Gorgon is also fine. And then I'm gonna leave this. We're not gonna force anything right now. We have another steel shop coming up. I can look at the temple, but I'm never gonna buy anything here. Good spell chain drain. Intrinsic Drain is not a bad call, actually, because Intrinsic Drain would let me set Tethys top floor and not have her die right away. Taking a +4 here for a unit draft is actually pretty bad. These guys are nothing though, and we have a whole deck of pings. It's scary. It's very scary to do this. This is probably a bad call, but I want to look at more units because it's fun. I want Hot Shark. Finally though, right? Like finally I get Keeper of Echoes. I'm okay with playing Echo Break on the haste enemy here. Normally it's pretty scary, but this deck, oh, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about the -1 and the fact that I was drawing Eel Gorgon. Like, I gotta bear with me here. So this is 5, 10, 15. I actually think it's okay. I think it's okay. I know it looks really bad, but I think that I do want to play Eel Gorgon, and I also think that it's fine. Because we don't take that Ember Drain. So worst case I kill 3 of these guys, but I also get play Frozen Lance first here, because what I want to think about is I want to think about Frozen Lance Shelter instead of Crystallis. So Frozen Lance again puts us at 24. This is 5, 10, 24, 29, 38. This puts us at 26. And then this would be 30, 32, 33. But this also cuts 5. So I think that he would die exactly if I play Frozen Lance. If I play Crystallis, it's 14, 19, no, 14, 23, 28. I think he just barely dies either way you play it here. But I also don't think it matters, because Eel Gorgon should carry. If we play Frozen Lance Shelter, maybe I did my math wrong. I did not do my math wrong. No. I am correct. This game has made me a little bit better. This game, oh no, I was off by 1. I think I've gotten a little bit better at doing basic edition thanks to this game and Slay the Spire. Boss doesn't matter though. Like the thing is, doesn't matter about the boss because we have 2 Ice Tornadoes in the deck and also Hosting Kin. Like the bosses aren't going to have a whole lot of health to begin with. The multi-strike does not do a lot here, yeah, because Eel Gorgon starts to just kill himself, sadly. So we're gonna take like 6, but that's okay. I took 6, but I took 6 because of the trial. And that's okay. If I had drawn Eel Gorgon first, it would have been a lot better. But I think I'm gonna click on any card that's purple here, like Flash Freeze, for example. Proclamation? Yeah. I'll take Bogfly. A second Eel Gorgon? What? But this one's infused. I don't pick it for the infusion. The removal is not worth adding infused. The Eogorgon essence is not good. It's multi-strike for +1 energy cost. I could take Keeper of Echoes and then do a self-infuse, and that is good. But actually, Keeper of Echoes and then I put it onto Eogorgon is really strong, I think, as well. Because Eogorgon, as you can probably guess, is a very strong unit if you give it any sort of scaling on its stats whatsoever. Because that becomes like 5 or 6x. I'm gonna Keeper of Echoes here. The game has shown me 3 after a long period of none. Happy to go, right? We'll just grab a Steel Shop. There you got Endless, 5, 10, 10. You wanna show me Hot Shark? Sure, I'll play Hot Shark with Endless. That seems like a good combo to me. Hard to call. I could 5-10 Eogorgon. I don't need to, so I'm not going to. We'll wait. I just don't have a lot of money because we've rolled pretty unfortunately on the collectors. We've rolled really well everywhere else, though. Oh my god, it's ×5. I don't think there's a card that I would ×5 here. I don't think there's a card that I would ×1 here, honestly. I guess I could do one more at Keeper. We could infuse one onto this Keeper and then one onto the Eogorgon, but it doesn't seem that good, and I'd be sitting on it for a long time. So oh no, I guess I could duplicate. No, I really don't want any of this again. Hosting Kin, maybe. But since I'm not taking draw, taking another Hosting Kin doesn't seem that good. I don't think I want anything here. Maybe Drain, but maybe Flash Freeze, but nah, I'm gonna skip. Like, it's very weird to not want to duplicate, but there's nothing worth, I don't think. You can make a case for a few different options there, but I don't really like any of it. Intrinsicing Drain now feels kind of bad, because I don't want to draw Drain turn 1 for a while. Like, until the Divinity. So I'm gonna hold off, because I don't think it's the end of the world if Tethys dies, basically. By the time we get to the Divinity, the game should mostly be over. However, I do want to drop 2 on a value, or 15 on a value stone here. Our deck has super big energy problems, so buying value stone feels nice. And then, so we're at 15, 25, 40, 55. They take 45 from these. I'll figure it out when I get there. Probably, it's kind of weird. I'll figure it out when I get there. I'm not gonna buy anything else here. It is Days Talos, but I don't think she does much to me. I think a 30 card deck and 5 draw per turn is a little awkward, but having Endless Hot Shark is not very awkward and is very nice. Yeah, fine. Oh wait, that's the wrong Keeper. Psych. That's the wrong Keeper. That's alright. And there's no way that with 2 2-cost units in this deck, I don't take energy here. 3 2-cost units for now. I know that I said that I remember moments ago I said to you I was concerned about holding 2 Keepers for too long, and then I didn't do the infusion, but I'm also pretty concerned about going to 40 here. I guess I didn't have to be concerned though, because we have Endless Hot Shark and he just farms, right? I probably could have. I could have gone to 40. Not even probably. I could have gone to 40. It's a misplay to not do the infusion here. I'm, yeah, confident in saying that's a misplay alert. It's like, it's not a big misplay because it's not going to really make a huge difference, but it is wrong. I'm going to play Echo Break, and then I'm going to Drain Talos. Oh, it didn't kill. I thought that would kill, so I didn't worry too much, but I wanted to just, oh, because of the days, yeah. That's okay. I'm not going to bother doing the math on a turn like that. Keeper is having a bit of trouble up here, I will say. He's barely hanging on. I think that if I play the correct Keeper, that will not be as much of a noticeable issue. And also once I remove these bad uninfused cards. I mean, Keeper is scaling, he's just scaling Eogorgon. Even without playing a spell, she's dead. Alright. 18 times 3? Not bad. We shape the deck from here though. Removals have become very high value because I don't get to take draw. Echoes of the Past, you know, taking more cards is scary, but Echoes of the Past is just completely game-winning on Eogorgon. I do not need to take anything else at this point, though. Can I infuse Armor Shark onto Eel Gorgon, you think? I know you can't infuse, or you can't give him in-can armor too, but could you infuse this on him? I've never tried. Let me know if you know that. Corrupted Cloud seems terrible. I will lose units, so I will be purging things with Broken Wheel for sure. Like, I do not think it's out of the question that I lose Eel Gorgon on this run. Like, if I take this thing. Taking 4 removals here on Train Steward is really nice, but there's a massive risk. It's a little bit of a mitigated risk since I have Keeper of Echoes, but losing this Eel Gorgon does kill my run, and I don't feel confident that I would avoid it, so... Giving all my spells piercing actually sounds really sick, and I think I can live with Damage Shield 1 right now. I think I can take the Judgmental Fittings. And we're not going to take anything else. I would really like to take the Purge, but it's so risky. Let me go Magic Shop here. Bog Deep Cocoon. Get out of here. Hidden Host Vessel. Get out of here. We're removing Train Steward first because he's uninfused and not a spell. Both things are very bad. Holdover. If Echoes of the Past, if this were infused, I would hold over it in a heartbeat. But I think that more than holding over Echoes of the Past and making Eel Gorgon do big damage, Eel Gorgon's damage output, so this is a bait. Eel Gorgon's damage output does not matter right now. What matters is my ability to play enough to keep Keeper of Echoes alive and scaling. And I think that the best option here is actually hold over Crystallis. It's free. It is purple, and it does something pretty meaningful in 50 damage, which will be piercing. I think that this is what we hold over here. And I will commit. I want to throw -1s out for sure. We go -1 Echoes. +10. +10 on Echo Break is pretty good since it's about to pick up piercing. And then I'm going to buy card purges. I'm going to spend 120 on this because we have money in the boons that I'm going to grab. Oh, you know what I should check? I should check if I have Conduit Tethys in here. I'm gonna grab Conduit Tethys, actually. Yeah. So the holdover was a bit worse. I didn't think about Conduit Tethys. The Value Stone was a bit worse, actually. But it's good for the pack shards. I did not think about the existence of Conduit Tethys. I just kind of assumed it wouldn't happen. It completely slipped my mind that it existed. I will purge another card now. So a bit of an overall misplay. This is another one, though, where I don't think it matters a lot. Like, I've made some mistakes in runs that are, like, overarching mistakes that I've made that have cost me the run. They are, like, bad choices. Being a little inefficient on my pack shard usage and getting 15 into something that doesn't actually make a big difference isn't really that bad. I'm going to skip the Aggressive Amulet. As much as I would like to take this money, I do not think we can take excess damage right now. As strong as it seems like we should be, we are not that well off. And we are going to play top 4. I don't worry that much about the curses. Incanting makes no difference. I may as well ping off these damage shields. This is why I wasn't too worried about Judgmental Fittings. Great draw. That sounded sarcastic. That was not sarcastic. This is a good draw. I want to... So here's the thing about Endless Hot Shark. He doesn't actually kill Absolver. So missing this enemy doesn't, like, placing him mid-floor changes nothing right now. Something I want to think about on this run right now is... I don't care that much. I want to think about the fact that... I have 2 infusions coming up, so I'm effectively at 75 right now. I have not been thinking about the infusions too much, but I am effectively at 75 right now in terms of pack shards, because I want to do a duplicate self-infused Hot Shark. I think that's very important for the Divinity, and I want to drop a Keeper of Echoes infusion. I wouldn't mind picking up an Intrinsic also. This curse is not indicative of the whole. Like, we're not very well scaled here, as you can see. but it's not super indicative of how the run is going to look because I'm taking curses. I am going to take a lot though. Hopefully I don't just die actually. 12. I don't die. But I'm dropping very low. 19. You don't love to see it. 5 cards and I'm just drawing pretty poorly. We drew everything that mattered very late. Happens like this though, it's not a big deal. Yeah, okay. I was listening to the music there for a second, so I was like, did I leave something running? Is there extra music playing hidden in the background? There isn't. I'm fine. And once we play Echo Infusion, our run is much better off. I just need to draw it. And that's why we're trying to focus removals. So in the next ring, I'm going to look at, like I said, this isn't indicative, but in the next ring, I'm going to look at higher health, because that's not a number I like to be at. We're getting chipped out pretty heavily. Preserve is a really good card. It's free, it's infused, and it incants. Like, it's everything that I want. The downside of picking Preserve is that it delays echoes, but I think it is good enough. I don't think we spend a lot of time worrying about delaying echoes. These are not worth taking. Power of Knowledge, maybe, if it were not Power of Knowledge. I really want to go to that steel shop, but I really want to go to Pyre Remains, too. I think I go left here. As much as it pains me to do so, I think I go left. I missed the steel shop. It's not that bad. We'll go to this one. Yeah, because if I follow the path that maximizes shops, I take no more health. And so instead we will take this health here, and we'll also duplicate our Hot Shark right now. I could cut on the Keeper of Echoes if I wanted to make the deck a little bit stronger, and I kind of want to. Pulling Keeper of Echoes now is okay. I'm about to have 5 units, and these units slow me down a lot. Maybe I don't do the yeah, maybe I don't dupe the Hot Shark here. The problem is that I won't get a dupe and self-infuse, but how big of an issue is that? It is a bit of a concern, I think, because having the shark do 6 frostbite per revenge hit on Divinity is pretty important. So removals, let's think about as well. I want to keep these free spells that incant and are echo generators. And I think I want to get rid of, like, Ice Tornado at this point. Ice Tornado has done a lot, but it's time for it to go. And maybe just another Ice Tornado? I don't know. Like, despite having 27 cards and struggling to draw our important cards, the deck is not particularly bad. I'm gonna try removing both Ice Tornadoes. This feels kind of strange, but I think it's okay. I think it's important enough to duplicate the shark here. And so 75, I take 10. I'm gonna stay on low shards right now. So I take 70, I go to 50 here before fell, 75, 85 here, and then 100 at Seraph. I think it's important to not take this artifact because the pack shards are probably not gonna be worth the gain. And let's go then. At a very cool 39. Spell Shield 2. Does this bother me very much? So scary backliners die to the sharks. We have a pretty good matchup against Hidden Assault. But what does money get me? Money gets me a trinket, because I'm gonna probably just go for money, pyre, health, and trinkets here. Magic Shop doesn't give much. I'm gonna take it. I think that it's okay. I know it's very scary, but there's only one round that's actually scary for it. And I think that we should be fine. God, our early turns are so bad, though. This is fine. You'll hit the no, wait, if we do this, if we play Drain here on the stealth, we save 6 health, you go to 24. Yeah, it's slightly better. I mean, there's no reason not to, so why am I even thinking about it? It's slightly better because now you'll get 2 hits instead of 1 here. Keeper of Echoes enters the field. Our turn 1, turn 2 is very bad, but the enemy's turn 1, turn 2 is also very bad. So we have a bit of an advantage here. Now our turn 3 is also not looking great. We drew Echoes though, so I think we're okay. Very important piece of intel here, you have to only play one of these sharks. You can't just sit here and loop these forever. I don't think there's a universe where I die. Yeah, the infusion is pretty light. We Hostingkin this enemy to the back. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, okay, we're gonna actually end up taking 0 here, which is sick. Being low on pack shards here, being at 25 and being in the threat level low, means that the only enemy that got to get infused was one of the marksmen, which is scary. This enemy is rather terrifying, but it's not as bad as if this tank was infused, right? That's the important part. You'll die. I want to game plan here. Ping spell shield before damage shield. Important thing to know for the future. Thought damage shield would get pinged first. But I wanted to bank on Crystallis, and I'm going to bank on Crystallis here. Self-made Harpy is the boss. Let me do a little calculating here. Most important thing right now is killing the Silent Marksman. I'm pretty sure I can play Shark bottom floor and follow this turn to its logical end. Yeah, okay. Lose some infusions or whatever, but I don't really care that much. As long as we're not taking damage right now, we're in a good spot, and we're not taking damage right now. I think that we should kill Self-Made Harpy pretty easily now. Maybe that shark is wrong, I'm not sure. Echo breaking Tethys is a net positive for the floor. Tethys losing 6 HP makes very little difference. We're chilling. 35 Frostbite. It's gonna look, it doesn't even look that scary initially. Freezing a spell there is important so that you make sure that you don't draw 0 spells and die, because the deck has a bunch of units. 100% if we get past spell, this run's gonna be a win. But like this is a bit of an interesting one because I have to if I played over aggressive here with judgmental fittings, I would have killed myself. So we had to make some smart choices to get to the point that we're at. Frenzied Swarm is really strong. Frenzied Swarm is like hard to pass up. I think I will grab it. My card is so good. Unearthed Remains is just an infusion. It doesn't add anything. If this card had rolled the random infusion, I would pick it because it would be 2 procs of Keeper of Echoes effect. Since it rolled only 1, there's no real reason to pick this because I already have enough infusion cards in my deck, I feel. I'm gonna press skip. Give me my damage spells have piercing. Thank you. And as you can see from that Self-Made Harpy fight, if I had taken... I didn't look in the last fight, but in Self-Made Harpy, if I had the Endless effect, I would have lost my Keeper of Echoes. Now, the idea would be that I have 2 Keeper of Echoes, so I would just have another one, but I don't know, kind of scary. It's a little shocking, I feel, but I think I am going to go right. I know left path, Merchant of Magic, very tempting, but I'd be looking for Holdover Frenzied Swarm, which is not a bad look. But I really want to get Pyre health back. I feel like in this run in particular, Holdover Frenzied Swarm isn't as good as having like a Pyre health buffer to just break losing. Because like if I miss on this Holdover, I'm getting basically nothing. I'd rather curate a trinket, maybe hit one of the crazy Wurmkin trinkets, as well as get up to 59 health going into Fel. I think that getting health and giving us a buffer to safely walk past Fel is our game plan. Founding Seal. Yeah, it's weird because Founding Seal doesn't add a whole lot. I think I might actually pass this if I didn't have Incant Armor 2 on Keeper of Echoes, but with that it makes a big difference. Wing Steel, also really good. Sketches should have been considered, I think, because Sketches would let me do Keeper of Echoes another time, and then you just get 3/3 every time you play an infusion on mid floor, but it's kind of weird. Okay, I'm gonna do I'm gonna do the Keeper of Echoes first. This unit is completely worthless where the Shark is not. I'm going to put it onto Eel Gorgon. It's been a long time coming. I think that in the end, not doing the infusion earlier helped me, but it was a little close. Thinking about a removal, but I don't want to think about on what. So let's survive, shall we? I feel pretty good. I think we got through the hardest fights, which were 4 and 5. I think it's that since we didn't lose there, we should make it. I'm moving around a bunch, so I'm moving the mic a bunch, and I'm sorry. Drawing Echoes turn 1 is very bad. Well. What can you do? Maybe we draw him. That's Frenzied Swarm. Frenzied Swarm drain, they kind of clash, but it's alright. I think it'll be fine. A late draw on Shark is also a little scary if we don't draw him next turn. Yeah, a little scary. But not that scary because the turn 1, or yeah, the first round of enemies isn't that bad. Oh yeah, and Spell Shield is just nothing. And this 100 armor is also just nothing. Wow, we do a lot here, huh? 15 times 11. Okay. I'm gonna go to Super Ultra for the remainder of the run, because I'm going to eventually forget to hold down right click, and Eel Gorgon is gonna take a 15-year turn. And I think these two relics, they really push this run into a very strong position. I think I have to respect Diligent Seraph now, but I'm pretty confident other than that. Although we will maybe lose a lot if I let Tethys die, which could happen if I'm careless. Tethys could die. Absolutely. I do need to not. I do need to not pass an answer to keeping Tethys alive. That's important. But I think it was Purge Stone. Intrinsic is the ideal here. Intrinsic and we're set. Without Intrinsic, it's just going to be draw well, which isn't too crazy to say, because we are not far off of keeping Tethys alive. And even if Tethys dies, it's probably okay, because I have energy. Like, I'm not solely relying on Tethys, she just makes the run easier. I think we get there now, but it was a hard-fought run. I feel like I did a pretty good job up until this point of surviving. We can keep Preserve. Preserve is great as just a spell on another turn. We have to not go like super brain off, but you're starting to feel a little bit better now that we've gotten rid of some units. Well, I'm starting to feel a little bit better, especially when you make a Yep, that's a 111 times 13. Oh, Fell's dead. Yep. Starting to feel a little bit better about this run. I think I cut it a little close, and it's my bad. I should have taken the effect earlier, right? You remember I passed on the infusion, and I think I would have been stronger if I just took the infusion earlier. But like, I played super greedy, but here we are. I'm gonna grab Eternal Kinstone. Ancient Synergy is a great spell. 40 piercing damage 3 times is very good. I don't care. I have a unit that does like 100 times 13. I just need to get him scaled, so I grab Eternal Kinstone here. Horfrost Effigy is also an option there. We take card draw. You could make a very strong case for space, and then we play mid if I'm worried about Tethys, but I'd rather have the draw. I will go left. I'm not gonna go for Pyre Health. I think we've recovered to an okay amount. 89, I feel fine. I'm gonna go left, and we're gonna get Eel Gorgon another upgrade. Removals? I'm not sure. Large Stone. Not actually that good, because it muscles out Tethys. +3 per Echo is probably best. Look in the temple real quick. You got Intrinsic for me? It's Purge Stone. I do need to take a 10 here. So, first we do a Shark Self-Infusion. Go ahead, buddy. I could duplicate the Crystallis, and that would give me an even 100. I think that I just take the Purge Stone. It's tough because I don't really know what I'm getting rid of. I think, because the problem is if I remove 3 spells right now, that's 3 less spells on Diligent Seraph, and I could run out of gas. But I do need to take this. The card that I'm eyeballing here is actually Shelter. I think I'm going to toss out these Shelters. The Keeper of Echoes gives me enough survivability to really get there. Ugh, God, I don't really know. I don't feel great about removing much here. Do I have any units left? No. I get so around 22 spells is good. I know it's a very specific number for Diligent Seraph, but like 22-ish is good. It gives you a spell every turn to consume. I think I keep a Shelter, keep Hosting Camp, keep Preserve. I think I'm gonna start cutting out Frozen Lance. I'm gonna cut out Shelter. I really just care about the cards that generate echoes at this point. Without Intrinsic, I actually don't think I care. Frenzied Storm can stay. I'm not gonna... it's like, it's no Echo, but the card's probably fine. I was gonna say maybe I cut it, but... Quick look. There is no reason to go Conduit 2. I would go Conduit 2 only for, like, it'd just be a guess. I go Handheld Totem because if you... Actually, unbelievable. I'm gonna have 11 HP. Tethys survives a hit? Wait, it's nuts. How long has it been that Tethys would survive a single hit? Wait, what? Hold up. Is that... That doesn't feel real. This feels like a dream. Wow, 12 HP on Sweep Path? That's crazy. So, I don't actually understand entirely how mixing paths works for stats. So if I'm Conduit 1, Handheld Totem 2... Was Tethys' base HP? No, it's Conduit... Hang on, which one am I taking? I'm taking Handheld Totem 2. What's Tethys' base HP? Give me a second here. I'm gonna go on a little tangent here and figure out how this is calculated once and for all in my own brain. Show me Tethys. So Tethys has 3 HP baseline. So on Conduit 1 you gain 2 HP. On Handheld Totem 1 you gain 3 HP. So on Handheld Totem 2 you gain 6, 7, 8. Okay, so you just add it. It's really simple. You just add it. So she's gonna also have 20 attack? What? Oh, because it's you gain 5 attack. Okay. That's really hard to calculate in my head. Because you have to like you have to know the base stats of an unupgraded champion and then do the difference. That's tough. That's really tough. Anyway, I don't really feel like I want to give Eelgorgon an aggressive option. I want to give him more survivability, but I also want to give everyone else here survivability. So I think I can give him the aggressive option just as like an early game thing. Let's reroll. I could buy Large Stone for the Shark, I guess. Yeah, sure. Why not? There's not really a reason not to do this. It's fine to just give him 85. The mat that there was pre-DLC is very gone. Multi-strike and Keeper of Echoes is okay. Basically, I'm going to put an upgrade on him. Unless, actually, yeah, I don't think it's worth the money. I was going to say I'll put an upgrade on him because I'm not going to another steel shop, I don't believe. But, like, maybe I changed my mind. And also, I don't think that's worth the money. Let's go. I've played this game for a very long time. I do not know the base stats of champions. I think that Rector might be a 10-10. Be a guess. Can I take this trial for 400 gold? 400 gold goes a very long way with Guild Marker. 8+8 is very scary. We have double incant though. I'm gonna go for it. This is a bit of a greed, but I think it's okay. It is significantly less okay with this Gilded Wing turn 1 and no Shark. Yeah, that's really bad. Huh. Why does he gain 4? Oh, Bog Mist. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's very, very frightening. However, I think we just drop a little bit of damage in here. Sad to see the Shelter go, actually, because the Shelter's about to clutch, but I think that in the long term it is right to get rid of it. I had to purge something, basically. Should have froze this Echo Break, actually. You can see the... If you don't know, by the way, it's something I should mention, but I have not noticed happening very much. Eelgorgon purges all status effects at the end of his turn. Armor in this game is a status effect, so Eogorgon does clear his own armor at the end of his turn. Which is very strange, because it does cut off in-can armor too for the boy, but, you know. It is what it is. It's the reason also that he doesn't get quick, you don't get to put Endless on him, you can't give him multi-strike, you can give him stat increases, you cannot give him in-can armor too. I think they do let you give him rage, but that one's like, I think that one might be weird. Not 100% certain, come to think of it. Oh yeah, I just got a proclamation right through that armor. That's pretty nice. How you doing, Shark? Ooh, scary, 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 scary. Ho. 23 times 3 is an enemy I do not want to see. I actually maybe train him for next turn. I think it's better to save 18 than save potentially 9 though, when you get right down to it. Very, very, very frightening. Can we save our boy? Or is that just death? 60, 69, and 18. Wait, is that really? 69, 18, 79, 80. Oh, he lives. Okay. I was like, damn, it feels like this is really close. It is very close. This wave dies. Infused heavies are no problem, because they don't do that much more damage. Infused backliners, huge issue. Had we drawn Shark turn 1, we would have been in a much better position as well. However, big play alert here. Make sure that we play our Echo Breaks first, so I don't have to play them on Tethys. Alright, I think we do end up escaping with our lives here. If I had thought about it a little more, I would have realized that this Steel Wings is just money, like just pure dollars for us. I'm gonna play the Preserve. I don't want to commit to the Shark right now. What am I talking about? He dies in 1 round. I was like, ooh, I don't want to put this Frostbite down. What am I talking about, man? It doesn't fucking matter. You think that this enemy with 1 more Frostbite is gonna kill this Eogorgon? There's no chance. My whole deck is spells. I truly think the only thing we worry about is Diligent Seraph. I think we could run out of spells on Diligent Seraph. But other than that, I think that this is absolutely free. Don't play more cards. As soon as you see the X on this enemy, just press end turn. Good. I got away with the combat trial. I'm gonna click on spells here. Crystalline Seeds, yeah. Infuse. I'm taking it over Book. Book was not infused. Silence Book, I don't think it does a ton. Crystalline Seeds, it doesn't do a ton either. I mean, I know I can silence a curse. I could silence Harvest. I'm not really that worried about those. They're mostly handled by Hot Shark. Oh, baby, 100% health for Tethys? Now you're talking. Forgotten Name is pretty sick here. Divine Forgotten Name, +2 magic power. I don't mind. We're gonna play 3 spells enough. Like, we play 3 spells every turn, so this is just +2 magic power per turn. This will add up. Sure. They're not exciting. But I'm gonna take 1 over the 25 gold because I don't wanna disrespect here. So, given the circumstances, the magic shop is not that enticing. I think I'm gonna go right. I was gonna go left for Pyre Health, but I'm gonna go right. Although removals are really not. Removals are worthless right now. There's nothing I want to remove. I do not think I remove cards from this deck. I think I make it worse by removing. But duplicating is also a tall order. I could duplicate Echoes. I think I would actually duplicate Drain or Frenzied Swarm to give myself a better chance of turn 1ing them for although Tethys lives turn 1. So never mind, I don't think I need to do that. I could duplicate Echoes of the past, actually. I could look for Holdover. Yeah, alright, I should go left. When you reason it out like that, I think it's a pretty clear pick. Oh, does Chestplates make Tethys live 2 hits? No. I might buy it just because I don't know what I'm going to spend my money on. -1 on any non-combat spell like Kinstone, +10 I don't really feel like I want right now. Let's crack the artifact, see what we get. Blights and Scourges cost 0 is really good for the Seraph we're about to fight. It's also decent in the Divinity, but I buy chest plates because I think I'm going to struggle to spend all my money here, and it's fine. Firestone housing. Game, you're hilarious. I could take Notice Stone. God, if this weren't Diligent Seraph, I could make a super tight deck and just crush, but I am saddened by this fact. I'm gonna put... If I pull Holdover, it goes on Frenzied Swarm for sure. So I'm gonna put Permafrost onto Echoes of the Past, and then we're going to let that cover drawing it turn 1. Oh, plus 10 Echo Break, fine. Did not pull Holdover, so it would have been a little better to Permafrost something else maybe. But... Or no, if I were to hold over, I would put it on Echoes, right? That was the thought, but then if I were to get it, I would put it on Frenzied Swarm. That's actually what I was thinking about, so never mind. I'm gonna put this plus 10 on Frozen Lance. I want to not have to infuse plus 10 damage Tethys. Remove Consume, don't feel good about. I think it is wrong to purge, that's why we're over here. I think that I am just going to duplicate this Echoes of the Past. And then Trinket Shop. I don't want to remove anything. It's way too greedy to remove a card here. We just leave. I bought everything that makes any difference on this run. That doesn't hurt me. It feels weird to flow 300 gold, but there's nothing for me to buy. I could buy Notice Stone, I guess. It's 2 magic power, but like, very little. We drew Shark turn 1. This is a big boon. Very big boon. And I don't have to consume a spell turn 1, which is kind of nice. I could, but there is no reason to. Not consuming a spell turn 1 makes a pretty decent difference. I feel. This is bad. I don't think it's the end of the world, because Keeper of Echoes is infused with Eogorgon is infused in the Keeper of Echoes. Has Keeper of Echoes infused? You know what I'm trying to say. But like, drawing both of these guys on this turn is a shame. Real tragic, isn't it? I do consume spells here. Good turns. Like everything has worked out very well in terms of infusions. Very nice 2 turns. And I will just take plus 18. Dark's on Stop the Curses duty. I do need to play spells. I will play and consume regular Frozen Lances first. Probably the worst card. Yeah, save the health, it's fine. We don't have, but holding Preserve is good so I don't have to break a card. But I guess the thing is I don't have important cards in this deck. Like, there's no spell that I lose if I don't hold on to it, right? So I could have taken Notice Stone for this fight. It would have made a difference here. I didn't think about it. That's okay. I don't remember what I was saying. I just interrupted myself. That's my bad. Freeze Drain for later. Oh, I don't have an important spell, right? There's no, like, 1 or 2 spells that I have to play, and if I consume it, I lose. I just click on spells that inspire here, and we go mad. We get the double dip because we get the incants, and then we get the floor-wide buff because of Inspire. That floor-wide buff is pretty sick. But if we have this draw order on the Divinity, I think we could lose. I just will simply not draw like this on the Divinity, is the plan. How worried am I about taking another curse? Not very. Get the draw first. I will break. I can Echo Break. I can give up 1. It's fine. It's fine. Seraph dropped his stealth, right? Yeah, so when Seraph goes top 4... Ah! I was gonna say if Seraph goes top 4, we get a bunch of free damage, but that is not the case. As Seraph did not go top 4. Our boy here is not looking too good. Also, world's greatest at drawing Frenzied Swarm with Drain. Ooh, I might run out of spells for when Seraph enters Relentless top 4. Like, I might not have a lot of spells left when that happens. How many spells do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, I don't have a choice. I do have to play cards. So I have to drop a spell here, and it's probably gonna be Flash Freeze. And then once you play one, there's no reason not to play more, right? I will freeze Frenzied Swarm for when Seraph comes up. I think that I'm worried over nothing, right? Because of the double incants, among other things. I think I'm worried over nothing here. Big play here is going to be not playing Shark, so I get one more. Oh no, oh no, oh no, that doesn't look very good now, does it? This next turn, it looks very scary. I think it's a little more important than I thought to play no Shark here. Because I need to draw all 4 of these cards, I feel like, to win. So, let's do that. Let's not play Shark. Let's think. I do not consume Crystallis. I think that doesn't make a huge difference. We're also... Oh, that's not a good draw. We're going to not play Echoes of the Past as well, so we're going to sit on 2 spells in hand also. Just to be safe, right? I think we're okay. But like this hand, it could have been a death. Yeah, with a hand like this, we could have lost it. It was worth being concerned. I don't think my caution there was unwarranted. You gotta insulate yourself against things like I drew 4 curses and on the turn where Seraph entered Relentless. Diligent Seraph could have farmed this deck. If I didn't recognize and play this correctly, maybe I'm rationalizing this to no one. I often argue with a straw man that exists only in my head, and maybe you all do feel as though, like, you maybe already know, right? But in my head, there's like well, you should remove more, right? That's what I would want to do, is I want to remove more cards to make the deck better. But in that case, removing more cards would have lost me the run. And it's important to be cognizant of that fact. Hey, Tethys, please don't die. Thank you. I have put in an official request with Tethys to not die. Yeah, I'll take the 330 damage. With a Keeper of Echoes and with Keeper of Echoes here, Tethys should live. Tethys lives. By 1. But Tethys lives, and that's all that matters. Oh, by 2. Even better. So here's the dish. Yeah, you might think play Shark mid floor, right? Reasonable thing to think. If I play Shark mid floor, 750, so 57. Oh, he has 90 health because of the large stone. Ooh, he's gonna not die at a good timing for the harvest wave either way. He's not gonna be as good for harvest as I wanted him to be, basically, and I was trying to make him best for harvest, but there's nothing I can do about it. Those guys are holy moly, they're almost dead. Yeah, he's gonna be on an awkward timing for harvest, but that's okay. We kill off all of these guys. Oh, Tethys dies. I didn't draw Frenzied Swarm or Drain in the top half of the deck. That's a little awkward. I mean, I did what I could. There's not much more I could do about it. I did the best I ever could. In the bottom 6 cards are both of my answers. It's a shame. Sorry, Tethys. It's not gonna be a problem, I don't think. Tethys did buy us enough time. I hope. But it's pretty wild. As long as the spikes dies, we're chilling there. Just, we play spells, for sure. There's no world where you don't play a spell here. Yeah, they were just bottom 2 cards. Well, not bottom 2, but basically bottom 2. We lose a bit of value, but I think it doesn't matter. Tethys actually had enough health to survive. Like, that's crazy. I did not realize that Tethys would ever be in a position to not just die for free on the Divinity out the gate. I thought that Tethys always just died for free. How does this happen? How do I always draw these cards together? Every time. I mean, it's fine, right? But the sap maybe is a little bit more value. I saved 9, but sap would save me a little bit more, maybe? I don't know. I think that you can let me out of this round. 50, 78. You die. Perfect. Tethys, I'm so disappointed. Not surprised, just disappointed. I think that with this Echoes, I should probably get the kill. Ooh, close. Next turn. Okay. As strong as it felt, the run was very close at times, and I am proud of myself for not dropping this one, because I absolutely feel like you can drop this run pretty easily. Oh, I could have dropped this run pretty easily. Maybe you wouldn't have. I don't wanna take away from you, the viewer. I will not stop playing cards at the X. I want more. Yeah. I think that it's also important on the decision-making front too. Like I wanna review a little bit because I think this run is a very good example of a strong run that almost loses. Right, going to this trinket shop shifts the power a lot because getting double incant obviously is very strong, but even more important to me is the +1 draw. The deck was really struggling on the draw front when we had 30 cards and we're drawing 5. Yeah, really good run. Proud of myself. And it's not Shattered Shop. I think that you could probably play this run with Keeper of Echoes as your first card pick. I don't think it's very good, but you could probably do it. Like, you can play 2 Keeper of Echoes, give them both multi-strike. I think that's going to be way too slow for you. But you could try it. Maybe it works. I don't know. Generate challenge. I always look at the copy deep link button and I go, is that what I want? No. Generate challenge. All right. I don't know. I could go on for a while, but I'm gonna call it there. Thanks for watching. An hour long. Wowee. I feel like I was a little slower in my decision making and a little longer in my explanations, but that's fine too. People like the longer episodes as well. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.